Today is Thursday, so that means we have primetime football. Now, the last time we had primetime football was Monday. We saw the Raiders go into Arrowhead up 17-0. We seen Kansas City come back with 4 Travis Kelce touchdowns. We seen the last play of the game where Hunter Renfrow and Devontae Adams ran into each other, collided, and no receivers there to be found. Derek Carr throws the ball away. That was game. We also see Devontae Adams throw his helmet on the sideline. Right afterwards, we seen Devontae Adams walk towards the locker room and push a cameraman. And then we seen him from a different angle, where the cameraman just walked right in front of him. Then got pushed and kept it moving. So since then, the cameraman pressed charges, and now it's an official misdemeanor against Devontae Adams. One thing I just wanted to point out, I find it funny. Well, not really, but more so the fact that this happened so fast. Devontae Adams is charged and with a misdemeanor crime, and I want to say less than 48 hours. But we have good faithful Brett Favre out here stealing welfare money from the poorest state in the country in Mississippi, millions of dollars. And yet I don't see not one officer knocking at his door. I don't. I just don't. It baffles me that I feel like, Brett Favre gets, his 15 seconds of fame for what he did, and Devontae Adams' situation is blowing up all over the place, and he's charged within 48 hours. Now, what Devontae Adams did was wrong. He even admitted it. He went on Twitter. But it's just come on. One is definitely a lot more serious than the other, but yet the one that's less serious, just got blown up, and here we are with a misdemeanor crime. That's what I wanted to point out in that scenario. But nevertheless, we have primetime football tonight. We have Commander Carson and the Commanders coming to play my team, the Bears, at home at Soldier Field tonight, 7:15 Central Time on Amazon Prime. Now, this game is pretty much a pick'em game. As far as the spread, it is even. Commanders are 1-4. They won the first game of the year and lost 4 straight, including last week against the Titans, to where Commanders had a chance to win the game. Basically, last play of the game, they're at the 1-yard line. Carson Wentz drops back, throws left, picked off. That's the last time we saw Commander Carson on the field. So, and then his coach in the media basically said our main issue is quarterback, but we have no regrets. We have no regrets trading for the guy. I mean, we knew what we had in Taylor Heineke, and no regrets of trading for Carson Wentz. I mean, we just took a shot in the dark, and I guess we missed. As apparently that's how it's being perceived. So as far as the Commanders, there's no Logan Thomas, their tight end, he's out. Their rookie wide receiver Jahan Dotson, who's I think got at least 3 touchdowns on the year, he's out. Offensive tackle Sam Cosmi's out. Safety Percy Butler's out. So yeah, they have a few injuries right there. As far as my Bears, look, we're 2-3. Had a golden opportunity last week. We blew it. Had a golden opportunity 2 weeks ago. Blew it. I mean, outside the Green Bay game, we've been in every game. I don't think many people predicted for us to have a 2-3 record right now. It's supposed to be like the worst team in the NFL based on talent. It's supposed to be, but we're not. Nevertheless, I do not have any confidence in tonight's game. I probably will pick my team by default, but I do not have the warm and fuzzies inside about it. I'm not confident at all about it. I'm not. We can't stop the run. Even though the Commanders' running back situation, I think, is by committee. I know they're not a fan of Antonio Gibson between his lack of natural instincts and ball carrying vision and fumbling. Brian Robinson, who, as some of you may know, I think during training camp he ended up getting shot when somebody trying to steal his car a couple times in the leg. His first game back was last week, so I think they're trying to get him back in the rhythm. J.D. McKissick is always there as a third down back, so I don't know what their running game situation is. But nevertheless, we can't stop the run. Our pass defense isn't too bad, especially with our rookie safety Brisker out there making plays and freeing up Eddie Jackson. Looks like the 2018-19 form all over again. We are without our best corner, Jalen Johnson, tonight, so that hurts. So, I mean, defense has been bending, hasn't really been breaking too much, except for Green Bay. It's been bending. It's just more so the offense. Can the offense generate points? Can the offense move the chains? The talent at the quarterback position is there. But can the play calling change? Can some of these wide receivers actually make plays? N'Keal Harry, he's finally making his debut in a Bears uniform. I mean, that helps. Basically, we're trying to find guys that's not a Jag. Basically, just another guy. We're trying to actually find guys that actually can make plays out here that probably can maybe stay on the team next year, because I'm pretty sure about 80% of the wide receiver core will not be on the team next year. I can guarantee that. So, yeah, I mean, look, Justin Fields, I know for a fact he's arguably the most talented quarterback we have ever had in franchise history. We just need his talent level and his productivity level to match. And the only way to do that is let the man go out there, drop back, throw the ball a few more times than what he's been doing. Because the Bears are dead last in passing yards and completions. And that's not, a lot of that is not him. It's just more so scheme. They continue to run the ball, check down, run the ball. Like, hashtag free Justin Fields, man. Let him loose. Let him go out there and ball. I mean, tonight's the perfect opportunity. Short week against the Commanders team, who basically they lose another game, they might as well just hang it up. They're playing in the NFC East, when a couple of years ago we was calling it the NFC least. I think the team that won the division, 6-10, 7-9. I think it was no more than 7-9 or 7-10, whatever the record was. They didn't win no more than 7 games. And now you got one team that's 5-0, and you got 2 teams that's 4-1, and then you got the Commanders with Commander Carson leading the troops. That's where we're at. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna pick my team by default, but like I said, I have no confidence in that. This game is a literal coin flip. Vegas thinks so as well. They really have it even. It's a pick 'em. I mean, look at it like this. The over-under is 38. Normally, 48 is the benchmark. 48 points is the benchmark. They got the over-under at 38. Commanders average 18 points a game. We average 17.2. So, I mean, that's pretty much even. Points allowed. Commanders allow 25.5 points a game. We allow 21. Okay. Total yards. 367 for the Commanders. 293 for us. Passing yards, here's the biggest discrepancy. Commanders can sling it 278 yards in the air. We only can sling it 136. Big difference. Rushing yards, they had 89. We had $157. There you go right there. Yeah, so yeah, this matchup here is I don't know. I'm just going to roll with my team because that's what I'm going to do. That's who I am. If it's that close, I'm picking my team, and we're going to see what happens. Just, all right, moving on. Just other quick notes here. Like the NHL has, officially started. I don't know if it's still preseason or not. Or it was actually the regular season. I'll find out here in a second, but yeah, this is why I love October so much. Because you got all these sports going on at once. This is the only month where you have all four professional sports going and college football. Yeah, it's definitely a wonderful feeling. So yeah, it looks like NHL season has officially started. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Even though Blackhawks lost last night, but they lost to the defending champs, the Avalanche. It is what it is. I don't expect much from the Blackhawks. They had their glory in the 2010 decade. At least I got a chance to see it. NBA, this is the last week of preseason. NBA season starts this upcoming Tuesday. We're going to talk more about that, but the two games that's being played that night, Sixers at Celtics, Lakers at Warriors. And so, I guess speaking of which, with that last matchup, Lakers and Warriors, I guess Stephen A. Smith reported that Draymond Green wants to join the Los Angeles Lakers. As we know, Draymond Green, Jordan Poole, that whole situation, Draymond Green, ends up punching him in the face. Man, that was a brutal punch. But anyway, and then it gets aired across social media, and now Jordan Poole is embarrassed, blah, blah, blah. They made Draymond stay away from the team until I think today. Actually today's his first day back with the team. Yeah, just not a good look. And now reports is Draymond Green wants to join LeBron in LA. Both Poole and Draymond are up for contract extensions. So my hunch is, that all situated because of money and what they're playing for. I will say this much. As good as Draymond Green has probably been at certain spurts of his career, anywhere else that he goes, I do not see him being the same player. Because he fits the Golden State Warriors system to a T. The chemistry with that team is phenomenal. And he is a product of that culture and their playing style, by far. I mean, it's bad enough the last time, we saw him play that, I mean, he was getting benched in the NBA Finals because he wasn't playing up to par. And so you're going to tell me in a system that second nature, that like the back of your hand. If you can't be productive in that system, what makes you think you're going to be the same player or even better elsewhere? I mean, Draymond can go play with Kevin Durant. Draymond can go play in South Beach. Draymond can go play in New York City. Draymond can go play for the Seattle Supersonics whenever they come back to the NBA in the next couple of years. Draymond gonna play in LA. Regardless of where he plays, he's not gonna be the same player. And I believe the Warriors know that. And I also believe the Warriors know that, he's probably not the same player than what he was a couple years ago. And that's probably why he doesn't have a contract extension done now. So if he wants to run to LA and play with LeBron and AD, then by all means go run and play with LeBron and AD at that point. For how much money, who knows? He's probably going to take a far less contract just to go play with LeBron to prove a point, but he wants his money here with the Warriors where he can. It doesn't make sense. If that's the real legitimate 100% fact, then good luck to you, sir. Good luck. But if from what we've seen from the owner Bob Myers, or the GM Bob Myers and Steve Kerr and ownership, I mean, they have had issues with situations in the past, but they were able to make amends and keep it moving. I mean, that's how they ended up winning this past summer. So yeah, for the fact that the Lakers and Warriors are playing and that headline is out there, I feel like that's just extra sauce for the matchup right there for sure. So yeah, we'll get more into NBA this upcoming Tuesday, and we just take it from there. So all right, people, you can continue to find me right here on the No Offense Radio on the No Offense Network. Continue to check me out on social media at JGoodWithSports. We talking about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We got those 4 going right there. This Saturday, I'm back once again on the Early Morning Sports Talk Podcast, 7 a.m. Central Time, live on Facebook with my bros Brandon and Ian, as we break down, things that happened this week in sports, basically barbershop talk out there. And then on this Sunday, we got the Destination Fantasy podcast, fantasy football oriented. Hey, we helping people live with their lineup questions, trade scenarios, breaking down games and headlines. So come join us. But until next time, people, you all have a good one. Peace.